Hello, and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay,
And I'm Alex.
and we're going to be talking about some of the headlines from across Thailand today, starting with a battle of the bands. Well, not really bands, but if the airport had a band, it would be between the airlines and the AOT. AOT being the airports of Thailand. Now they're going back and forth because they've got different advice on how long you should take to go to the airport. So Thai Airlines basically says that you should go to the Suvarnabhumi Airport 4 hours before your flight, and the AOT says not true. You can come there 3.
Things aren't that messy.
Yeah. So Thai Airways and airports of Thailand can't agree on waiting times at Suvarnabhumi Airport. Thai recommends that passengers on international flights, by the way, should arrive 4 hours ahead of departure due to delays at the airport, they said. Now, the AOT says that is not true and asks passengers to arrive 3 hours ahead of schedule. So as a person, you're like, wait, 3 hours or 4 hours? He said, she said.
Yep.
What do I do? In a Facebook post, Thai asked for passengers' cooperation in arriving 4 hours before the flight, citing that Suvarnabhumi Airport's international checkpoint Zone 3 is closed due to the installation of automatic return tray systems, taking place from March 1st to 29th. Yesterday, the AOT released a statement calling Thai's post inaccurate. AOT said that the two ARTs have been installed at the international checkpoint Zone 3, and the checkpoint reopened on March the 10th, meaning that a 3-hour wait is enough.
Yeah,
1 hour can make a lot of difference.
No, it's a funny, like you said, he said, she said, because, there's responsibility on the airlines, but also on the Department of Transportation, right? And it's so easy to blame the other one for why are there delays? Why is this taking so long? The airlines will say, well, it's the government, it's security. And the government was like, well, hold on. You guys have your own bureaucracy to deal with, too.
If I had I would just listen to the airline. I'm like, imagine going to the airline, Thai Airways of all airlines, and being like, yeah, the airport advised me 3 hours. Well, they're like, well, you're flying with us, so you might as well listen to us, right?
Yeah, err on the side of safety, I would say, in that fight.
The Thai people have had their say, and they're not too happy with this bickering in general. And the Thai netizens went online, and especially on Twitter, both AOT and Thai Airways had released their statements in Thai language only. So Twitter users complained that it's an international airport. Why don't they issue press releases in both Thai and English so the majority of passengers can understand? Because any tourist or expat or foreigner traveling would not even get the message.
Thai is not the most accessible language for foreigners, so that seems important.
That's right. Other traveling Thai passengers said, on my last 2 international trips, I arrived 3 hours ahead of departure. I didn't have time to eat or relax or, get even water because I didn't... because there was just not enough time. He said, if I didn't have a Thai passport, I would have definitely missed the flight, because they have the automatic check-in with the system. So they said, I feel sorry for foreigners and tourists, right? Other passengers said check-in, baggage inspection, and immigration takes at least 1.5 hours. Thai people passed through immigration with the automatic machines, which was a lot faster. And they were asking questions. Will foreigners and tourists miss their flights? Everyone will be worried. Everyone will be in a hurry. Travel causes anxiety in people anyways. And they're like, should I be happy or disappointed with Thailand? ? And if it didn't take so long, they said people can enjoy the airport experience. You can buy, they're like, think about it logically. People can buy chocolates and use duty free and buy souvenirs. So it would even make sense for to have.
To make people wait longer.
To make people wait longer.
Oh, God, I didn't think about that.
So.
Well.
That's that. The Thai people are behind you, travelers.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, this is a symptom of tourism coming back, so I don't know. It's one of those, it's a good story overall because tourism's back. This is one of those side effects, though, that we don't like is waiting in airports. So.
My personal advice would be listen to the airline. If they say 4 hours, just go there 4 hours before. You have nothing to lose. 1 hour doesn't...
Exactly. What's worth more, an hour or a plane ticket? Usually the plane ticket.
Moving on to our second story, it's regarding Chiang Mai, and they're holding their breath right now. That's right. Tourism operators are anxious, hoping the province's unsafe levels of PM 2.5 air particle pollution subsides later this month as the Songkran holiday draws near. Now, Northern Thai Hotel Association has commented that the polluted environment is affecting tourism. Obviously, why would you want to book your flight or trip to Chiang Mai this month, knowing that there's a haze over there? The average occupancy in March is about 50 to 60%, and they're being honest in saying this is largely driven by guests who booked reservations before learning about the unhealthy levels of air pollution at the province.
Okay, I was trying to hold my breath the whole time, but I couldn't get to the end.
Well,
sorry.
Good luck if you're in Chiang Mai. The province still lacks a concrete long-term plan to battle this problem, which happens every year, by the way. And to maintain positive tourist sentiment, operators have said that they must let their customers know how to best protect themselves from the haze. So let's not fix the haze. Let's just...
Let's learn how to deal with it.
For operators who are not directly in charge of figuring the solution out, they're saying, like, at least we can advise people on how to best protect themselves. Advanced bookings don't look good for April, despite the popularity of the Songkran holiday.
Oh.
And Chiang Mai normally has an extended period, the longest Songkran holiday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they throw water around for like 10 days.
Huh.
They used to. I think maybe it's now reduced to 6 days, but the longest, I believe, in Thailand.
Cool.
So, yeah, how likely are you to travel to Chiang Mai knowing that there's a haze up there?
Like, I mean, I feel like the haze is kind of affecting a lot of the country now, right? It's not just Chiang Mai. Like, we've been dealing with it in Bangkok a lot.
Well, Bangkok, it comes and goes, right?
That's
Like,
true.
the wind blows it in, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's going to be bad this week, and then it's fine. But Chiang Mai, they just kind of live with it. Every year this happens, just deal with it, kind of. I feel it's a bit unfortunate for residents there.
Yeah, it does suck, and it's not a lot of their fault either, right? It just kind of they're victims of circumstance up there. I don't know. Still go. It's still beautiful up there, but yeah, watch out for those parts per million.
Watch out for those park pavilions.
Is it parts per million? What are the ppm or whatever? Like the pollution.
PM
guideline.
2.5, you mean?
That's it. Sorry. Oops. Thanks for being here.
On the note of traveling, ladies and gentlemen, you could be in trouble if you use the BTS a lot, because the BTS Skytrain workers are out with their demands. What demands, Alex?
Yeah, right. So we got about 300 BTS Skytrain workers that staged a protest outside of the government house yesterday. They were demanding that the government settle its debt of over 50 billion baht. So the workers are threatening to strike if the debt is not repaid or a measure is launched to solve the issue. Now, the government and Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, the BMA, owe over 50 billion baht to the BTS Group Holdings public company, which constructed the BTS Green Line in 2019. The BTS reminded the government to pay its debt in April 2021 and in November of last year with a debt collection video. The company shamed the government by airing the video on every screen inside the BTS trains and stations. However, no official announcement by the government has been made in response. So, in fear of losing their jobs, over 300 BTS Skytrain staff protested near Parliament. So, yeah, this was a ton of money that went into building up the BTS. We all know the BTS, right?
Yes.
Right along Sukhumvit, we use it. It's beautiful.
Love the BTS.
Love it, too. But there's a bill to be paid.
Yeah.
And this could end up, affecting workers for the BTS system. They might lose their jobs. This could affect train availability. The question is, how is the government going to respond? Because this is not a small amount of money. This is a big
Definitely
chunk.
not. It's B with a billion.
So bad news for the public transport.
Well, hopefully they
city.
figure out soon, because there will be riots on the street if the BTS Skytrain.
I think you're right. So we'll keep you updated on how that goes out.
Yeah.
But,
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we've got a wild story regarding a police officer just
ongoing still.
shooting shots ongoing. We've got live updates coming in.
Yes, we do.
As well as a few more stories regarding Morlam singing and lottery tickets. Find out more after the break.
And join the fun at Carnival Magic, the world's first Thai carnival theme park. Don't miss the opportunity to experience the enchantment of the magical wonders at the one, the only Carnival Magic Phuket.
Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Carnival Magic. It's a carnival fantasy. Newest attraction in Phuket. Check it out with your family and your loved ones. You're going to have a great time.
Lights and music. Can't
Lights
go
and
wrong.
music. Also, there's a quick question, actually. I was just monitoring the live chat, and I saw a great question by Scott D, by the way. Hello, Scott D.
Hey, Scott.
And all the members that are joining us right now. Kazna, John's Journeys, Mojo. Oh, I've started it.
Usual suspects.
The usual suspects. And everyone watching us live, thank you very much. Sorry, to address Scott's question, Scott was asking, actually, that is our news program, is there still a Thaiger news program, the one that's usually 5 minutes long? TNT, yeah. Thailand News Today. Scott, to answer your question quickly, yes, there still is. However, we've reduced it to a more weekly show. What we're going to do now is we're going to give you updates on Monday and Friday. Unfortunately, we missed we decided that on Monday.
We're getting this together. Right?
Yeah. We're getting it together, and we've decided to make it Monday and Friday for a couple of reasons. Firstly, that way we can put only the most important news.
Right. We don't need to flood you.
Yeah, flood you with all the fluff and random news stories that might not be as important.
Right.
So it'll be a condensed but more packed and important news show. And
and be on the lookout for other content as well. So we're working on a bunch of other ideas too. So
that's right. So it'll help us to give more time to do other stuff.
The chefs are in the kitchen. We're working on it.
Yeah. All right. On another note, let's now talk about your police officer story, because this one is live.
You guys are in for a wild ride on this one. All right. So we got a frenzied police officer opening fire in Bangkok. So yesterday, a Royal Thai police officer started firing gunshots randomly at Soi Jiramakorn in the Chiang Mai district of Bangkok. Yeah. And he was still not arrested as of right now.
Yeah.
I've gotten a recent update from our news team that tells us that this situation is ongoing. So the police identified the gunman as Lieutenant Kitakaran Sangbun, who is an inspector with the special branch of the Royal Thai Police. More than 100 SWAT officers have been deployed to his house to try and negotiate with him and get him to stop firing his weapon inside of his house and around the area. Now, nobody has been hit with any of these bullets. He's kind of firing wildly. And this comes after he had not arrived to work for a few days, citing mental health concerns. So we have a breakdown on our hands, a breakdown of a guy who has a lot of guns. Now, the police have tried many things. They tried negotiating with him. They shot in tear gas. Eventually, they even started singing him songs, serenading him to try and calm his nerves. None of this has worked. The man is still. The man is still. They're trying everything, right? Yeah. The man is still locked up in his house, and they still haven't been able to settle the situation. So this is ongoing. I'm going to have to give you guys an update on this tomorrow because we still don't know what the result is going to be. But this does raise some interesting concerns about the state of mental health in Thailand, and also the availability of weapons to people going through those mental health crises. This is a big issue where I come from, right? America, I feel like we're talking about this every week in America. Not used to it in Thailand. So how often does this kind of thing happen over here?
Well, not often, but to be honest, maybe PTSD or issues with police officers, at least since November 2022, has been reoccurring. So we had that mass shooting in November last year.
Yeah.
Was it November or December? November.
I remember that,
November last year.
It was a police officer, right?
It was. It was an ex-police officer. And then, we've had a couple more stories here and there with police officers shooting people, shooting their family, and then killing themselves. There's been a couple of stories like that. However, so
not this one yet. Nobody dead.
Not this
here,
one yet.
so
Not this one yet. And hopefully this gets resolved soon.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they're trying everything they can, singing to the
and
police officer. It sounds hilarious.
It sounds silly, but it's de-escalation, right?
Yes.
They're trying. This is what I like about what they're doing. This is still in America. SWAT team would have busted that down. This guy would be dead.
Yeah.
Okay, like he'd just be dead. And here in Thailand, they're just like, okay, he's going through a tough time, guys. Let's just try and help this guy out. So to me, it sends a really good signal about how the Thai police handle a crisis like this. because it seems like they've evacuated the area.
It's very.
Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
get hurt
Okay.
probably.
Yeah,
but
okay. So
still.
he's isolated in a building all by himself. He
exactly.
can't hurt anyone except himself.
right, and they're trying to do everything to make sure he doesn't do that.
Okay, that's
This is not
the
like
way of looking at it. Yeah.
I'm trying to see the silver
I
linings
got you.
here.
I got you. All right. Well, hopefully he doesn't harm himself as well.
Indeed.
He clearly needs help. He hasn't harmed anyone else, so he deserves an opportunity
It's
to.
the access to firearms that those cops have too
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes it even dangerous. So.
Well, anyways, we'll
keep
keep
you
you.
updated.
Yeah, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest information on that story. If it does come to a conclusion, then maybe we'll release that story by itself later today.
Yeah.
For now, we're gonna move on to our final two stories, which are a bit more lighthearted. Now, this one is regarding Morlam. Do you know what Morlam is?
I don't.
So
Yeah,
Morlam
sounds-
is basically a genre of music to make you understand what it is, and it's a very traditional in a way. It's very like Isan style, like
Oh.
yeah. Was that a good
I
representation?
think she's
So-
doing a dance
Hold
for
on,
me over there. Hold
I'm
on.
getting notes from my fellow Thai colleagues.
Am I doing it?
Is Morlam like Isan style music? Yeah, very traditional, like very fun. Oh, okay, very
All
fun. Like ding 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 ding.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Twangy.
Yeah,
Nice.
twangy. It can be a bit slow as well, but yeah, it's
Cool.
the good stuff. Thousands of Thai people are flocking to a Morlam singer's shrine 30 years after her death. So this Morlam singer actually has already passed away 30 years. But yeah, they're all coming up to her shrine. About 2,000 people gathered at the shrine of this famous Morlam singer known as Hani Sri Isan in Kalasin province. And that's actually for lottery numbers.
Oh.
Yeah. They're there for lottery number selection because there's an event being hosted by a 16-year-old Morlam singer who is believed to be the reborn spirit
Oh.
of Hani Sri Isan.
Wow.
That's right.
Fascinating.
There's an event.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the famous singer died in a car accident in '92. This 16-year-old singer is supposed to be, considered to be a reborn
reincarnation.
spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah. And she's a newcomer. She's a singer herself. She's currently topping the charts. And she predicted some numbers. She's predicted 6, 2, and 5 for the upcoming national lottery. And guess what? She was right the last 2 times.
What?
So
Hold on.
could this be third time lucky? And that's why 2,000 people have actually.
It's already been 2 times lucky.
Yeah, so 2,000 people have showed up to the shrine because they're like, all right, this 16-year-old girl knows her numbers. Yesterday was the third time Ung Ing, that is the name of the 16-year-old reincarnated singer. She performed at the shrine of Mother Honey, attracting a 4-kilometer queue of cars. They think that she's the go-to girl for numbers in the Kalasin province, and she correctly predicted the lottery numbers for the latest 2 draws, and even the famous singer's biological elder sister attended, and she had tears streaming down her face and stuff. So it was an emotional moment for their family members too. So.
Wow.
And they love that, people are paying respects to the singer 30 years
Also,
after
yeah,
her.
it brings attention to the tragic singer. It also there's something about that, right? There's already this mystique about her, this reincarnation, and now she's predicting lucky numbers. All right, we'll hit you guys with the update tomorrow when we find out her father works for the lottery. No, I'm just kidding. But but it adds to that mystique, right?
Yeah.
She's correctly guessing these things, so
Yes.
why not add to the belief? It's interesting.
And also goes to show that Thai people will do anything for lottery numbers.
Lucky numbers are important here, man.
Lucky numbers. A lot more and more people are winning, man. Like, I think in the last couple of months, like quite a few meatball sellers are winning 10 million.
We just did that lottery story yesterday,
yesterday.
right?
Yeah, some lady won 12 million and then
Didn't tell her husband.
didn't tell her husband who was working overseas.
Yeah.
But yeah, people seem to be winning a lot of money in lotteries.
Yeah.
I feel like majority of the people who play lottery in the office have won something. I don't think they're net positive. It's think of it as
Yeah, one of you guys get me a ticket next time, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
it could be. I mean, it's gambling basically, but
Yeah.
you know, if you're gambling in a casino, it depends on how much you've invested and how much profit you've made.
Yeah.
If you think about the profit, it's not a lot, but you know, when you win that 2,000 baht, you're like, "Ooh, it doesn't matter. I spent 5, I won 2."
it's also that positive reinforcement, right?
How
You're like,
does that
yeah,
work?
woo. Yeah, no matter how many 5 baht tickets you've bought up to that point, you're like, I'm a winner.
And
Finally.
yeah, so that's that. Those were the numbers in case you're interested in the lottery: 6, 2, and 5. That's also a very broad number.
Those are
man.
just
yeah,
like-
6, 2, and 5. I feel like those numbers will be on the lottery
You
ticket.
just hit me like between 1 and 10,
So
right?
what people normally do is like when they get these numbers, they look for the ending.
Ah.
So the last 3 digits, if they end in any of these numbers or have these numbers in the number, that's how they get it. And I guess,
Well, now you got
There's-
numbers to look for, people. Yeah.
but I mean, if you're a winner and you see the number and like any of those numbers are in there, and even if you win like 1,000 baht, you're a winner, right?
Yeah, I guess that's
guess.
true too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, good luck, everybody.
How does it work? Our last story tonight actually is an update. Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually, Phuket is the first province in Thailand to actually hold its first Cannabis Cup. What's all that about, Trey?
Yeah, what does a championship look like in this?
Well, the first,
trophy?
the first ever Phuket Cannabis Cup will take place this month, hosted by the head of the Phuket Cannabis Association, Kun Poonwarit, together with members of the Phuket Cannabis Association, or PCA, and a network of cannabis businesses in Thailand. The event is going to happen on March the 25th at 10:30 a.m. At the Pumaku Resort in Katat Beach. So if you are a lover of the green and you're free on March the 25th, there's a Phuket Cannabis Cup happening.
Something to do.
Events galore.
Yeah, there's so much going on down there these
There
days.
is, yeah.
But it's also funny to see all the cannabis events going on everywhere too.
What is a Cannabis Cup? Find out more. There's a full article
Yeah.
on the website. Check it out if you are interested. But yeah, so far you've been updated with some of the top stories in Thailand today. And that's it from us today. We'll see you live once again tomorrow morning. Please click the like button. Comment below after the
Smash
live
it.
video if you have any comments regarding any of the stories today. We do read all of your comments. And yeah, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, guys.